Hey there, guys. All right, today we are back with some more history matters, and this time we are asking the question of why did Britain and France stop fighting and become allies? Short anime documentary. Why did they start smooching each other? Well, the answer comes down to pretty much Germany. That's really all I'm gonna. Now, of course, it's a little bit more complicated than that. But why is he only showing an image of England here and not? That's not Britain. That's just England. Anyways, really Germany World War One, or well, post 1870. But let's go ahead and get a probably more comprehensive answer from History Matters.
France and England, later Britain,
Oh,
haven't
that's
exactly
why.
had the greatest bond throughout history. Both have claimed the other's throne, they fought many wars against the other, and their relationship often finds ways of finding new lows. Yet,
That's funny, the Sink Your Fleet thing showing up after we've been hearing about it in the World War II every week series.
the last war between the two was during the reign of Napoleon, and for the 200 years after this, not only have the two kept the peace, but they've even become allies. Which raises the question,
Lovers.
why? Why did Britain
Enemies
and
to lovers
France
are.
stop fighting? So, after Napoleon had been thoroughly dealt with, Britain was sure to invite France to the Congress of Vienna, in which the new Europe would be built. And the reason for this was simple: fear of Russia. Immediately
Oh.
after the fall of Napoleon and the restoration of the Bourbon, Britain and France came to an agreement to consult one another if there were any European crises, particularly crises concerning Russia. After the Congress, Europe was mostly at peace until the Crimean War. This saw Britain and France team up to limit Russia's power and expansion, and they further worked together during the Opium Wars, which meant Britain and France had just discovered something that they both had in common:
Drugs.
putting other nations down.
Oh,
Which led to
that
the
too.
birth of a mutually beneficial relationship. Britain would let France take the lead on European affairs, and in return, Britain wouldn't have to deal with European affairs and would be free to concentrate on its global empire. This didn't mean that the two were now friends or allies. When Napoleon III warned Britain of a rising Prussia, the British saw it as nothing more than a French attempt to conquer Belgium and Luxembourg, which was confirmed when Napoleon tried to gain both in return for neutrality in the Austro-Prussian War. Bismarck said maybe, and when it was time for Napoleon to buy Luxembourg, he changed his mind and threatened war. Britain mediated and decided that Luxembourg wouldn't be sold, which damaged relations. This wouldn't improve too much until after Napoleon III was ousted during the Franco-Prussian War, which ended in the unification of Germany. This concerned Britain and embarrassed France, but with Napoleon III no longer in charge, relations between the two soured again. This was mostly due to overlapping colonial ambitions in Africa. France had ambitions across much of the continent's north, and it wanted to control the lands from west to east and link their colonies. Britain wanted the same, but from north to south, and tensions flared. Britain made preparations for war and began to mobilise, and the French were forced to back down. This was mostly because France was internationally
Friends with France Club, no one. That makes sense.
isolated at this time, and it wanted to keep Britain friendly in case of war against Germany. And so, Britain and France remained distant until Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany decided that it would be a great idea to adopt an aggressive foreign policy. In particular, he pushed for a massive naval build-up to challenge Britain's Royal Navy, which forced Britain to seek closer relations to France. As such, it joined the Entente, which wasn't a formal alliance but essentially a declaration of good intentions. As you'll know, World War I kicked off and Britain, at first, wasn't too keen on joining. It was only when Belgium was invaded and that British leaders saw that an ascendant Germany could challenge its global empire that they got involved. And after this, the two's interests aligned. Neither wanted a resurgent Germany after the war, both were suspicious of communism, and they desperately wanted to keep their empires. Which is why, barring a few exceptions, Britain and France were thereafter on each other's sides, since both saw that allying together would help them to maintain their influence. And so, Britain and France became friends for one simple reason: fear. Fear of losing their status as global powers from Russia, Germany, the Soviet Union, and to an extent, the United States.
Rah, Eagle
I
Screech.
hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching, with a special
And that was why Britain and France stopped fighting and became allies. This was a decent episode. I think they've definitely done better. I'm not too sure how old this one is. It was very point by, like, it felt very point by. It didn't feel as a natural progression through the reasons some of their other videos did. Maybe that's just because I'm sick. That's warping my perspective. Um, oh, it's getting hard to talk. Oh God. But yeah, they've done better. I mean, it's not bad, but they've done better. So I hope you guys enjoyed as well as I did. I hope you guys enjoyed more than I did. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.